Okay, happy Friday, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully, everything's all working right now. Um, okay, yep, mic's working. Good. That's all I care about. I was kind of afraid that it wasn't working because I didn't see the things go off. So, do we have an interesting things to discuss a little bit today? It's not going to be a very long stream today, but I wanted to discuss some stuff that is going on. You just woke up again? uh, that's a mood right there. Excuse me. So, from what I understand, there has been a little screenshot going around of what the price is for the PS5 Pro. Now, I don't have a PS5 myself, and I am not gonna bother getting a PS5 because fuck buying a PS5 here in Canada. Especially with the prices that are being announced for the PS5 right now. It's ridiculous how much it's going to be. So, let's just swap over to the screen right here. So, for the PS5 right now, I believe here in Canada it's like $550 from what I understand, or close to $600. I switched to PC gaming back in 2019. I think I went into PC gaming probably in 2019 as well, 2018. I can't remember exactly when I started PC gaming, but once I started PC gaming, never went back to consoles. Well, minus the Nintendo Switch, because I can't resist playing a good old game of Mario Kart. I'm just saying. but um but the prices for the PS5 have been leaked, and for the disc version for this thing, it's so stupid. Like $699. I wonder if this is just the US pricing, cuz if it's US pricing, Canada's fucked. Cuz I think like $700 is almost 900 for the disc edition of the PS5 Pro. And then the digital edition is like $600. Started with an Inspiron 15, 3000 laptop, and eventually built the rig I have now. I think I started my PC gaming journey on like a very shitty ass laptop. I know it was an HP laptop back in the day. And then I bought an HP desktop and stuck with that, and then went on afterwards with the gaming, and then with PC gaming, and then built the rig that I currently have right now, and then never went back. I love this thing. I use it every single day because, it's a PC. It's everything that I really, really love about it. But anywho, so the PS5 Pro is set to be launched on December 6th of this year. So I wonder if this is just a big question for me. Like, I wonder how the sales for the PS5 Pro are really going to be like, because I highly doubt anybody's gonna be dumb enough to pay $700 for 700 or $600 for it. It makes a great rainbow nightlight and can play games. I play the most outside of emulation. That's fair. I mean, I think that's what I love about PC is definitely emulation. That's what really sells it for me. Emulation is one of the better parts of the PC, and plus everything else in between. So, but my question is just how people are gonna, like, right now in the um in the replies on Twitter, everybody is not liking the pricing for the PS5 Pro, and rightfully so, because so the announcement is going to be on the September 9th via a blog post. So I wonder how Sony is going to react to the price leak of the PS5 Pro. So the price is $599.99 for the digital version, and then $699.99 for the disc version. So I don't get why it's $100 more just for having a disc version. I would have put it as like $50 or maybe even not charged the extra $100 for the disc version. This is just like with PS2 emulation is my current addiction. Since that was my childhood console, I bet you'll have to subscribe to PS Plus to play PS2 games on this $700 paperweight. I bet you that it's going to be like that because it's just like with Game Pass. I mean, for certain games, if you want to play on the 360 or the original Xbox games, you need to have a subscription to Game Pass in order to play 360 and original Xbox games. But it's shitty. I think they shouldn't allow you to do that, especially since PS Plus is stupid expensive for the most part for really just anything. So I wouldn't really I just don't see my point or see the point in buying a subscription when you're paying for the internet anyways. I would say the most accurate comparison would be to Nintendo Switch Online, which offers a myriad of classic Nintendo games. Yeah, that's true. I will say that as well. Yeah, you actually do make a good point, Sergey. So disk drive can be removed and attached to both digital and disc versions. So I wonder how much is the disc drive for the PS5? What, $100? $50? I wouldn't know because I'm not in the U.S. Because I mean, let's be for real, it's expensive here in Canada, which is annoying. So and the SSD is still 1 terabyte. See, this is what really fucked me over. Like, sure, that's great that you're still having an SSD in the PS5, but it's still 1 terabyte. For that price, I would have expected the SSD to be 2 terabytes. Oh, and you're on my keyboard. I don't want you on the keyboard. So I'm gonna say $200 because this is Sony we're talking about. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Sergey. This is Sony that we're talking about here. They're price gouging everybody, and they don't care. So, yeah, I think just still having a 1 terabyte SSD, fine for the digital edition for being $600. Actually, no, I take that back. I would have expected the price to be justified if it was a 2 terabyte system, or if it had 2 terabytes of the SSD. But the fact that it's a 1 terabyte, oof, that, Now, this is going to make me wonder how this is going to play certain games. I'm pretty sure everybody is going to be like, oh, they did this, they did that. When, yeah, no, I'm not really excited about this, obviously. I mean, I wasn't excited for the PS5 in general, being that it's expensive as well. Like I said, 500 something bucks. 2 terabytes should be the norm for the late in the PS5's lifespan. It should, Sergey, I agree. It should at least be 2 terabytes, especially since this hardware has been out for almost 5 years now. Sorry, kitty, you were twitching. And I just had to see if what's going on. All right, so Christ, $700 just ask for a laptop at this point. Yeah, you could probably get a better laptop that can play the same games with much better details and graphics for $700. I mean, for fuck's sakes, man. $699 for a console with 1 terabyte of storage should be 2 terabyte minimum, but Sony needs to make money somewhere. is not coming from their games. That's so true, man. It's so true. They're not making money any games because they don't make that many games right now, or they're not making that many games. 5 years. A system is just that. It's just as old as it runs circles around the PS5. I mean, I'm assuming it's 5 years old, or almost 5 years old now, because it came out in 2020. Yeah. I made a mistake. It's 4 years old. Sorry. Oh wait, but either still, you know, this is just talking about the pricing. I think the price increase for the PS5 is really, really bad. Like $700 for a disc version, and then $600 for the digital. That's a big fuck. That's a expectation to be a failure. All it's got is an i5 8400, 32 gigs of RAM, and an RTX 2060. It's a good, pretty good system right there. All right. So yeah, overall, the PS5 Pro, nobody should buy it. I really think nobody should really buy it. If you really want to get a good laptop, just get it, or get something for $700. Just get a fucking gaming laptop, or you can find a pretty good gaming PC for less than the PS5 Pro. Like, I don't. It really just makes no sense. Nowadays, those specs are considered entry level, but given my library, it doesn't have a whole lot of demanding games. That's all I really need. That's fair. I mean, compared to with my PC, I mean, I play a lot of not very demanding games either. But for the price of the PC that I have, yeah, it's or for the specs that I have in my PC, it's. I mean, I could play a lot more demanding games, which I tend to every now and then, but I mostly play a lot of indie games. Fuck's sakes, man. Learn to talk properly. Ugh, but yeah, no. Not a fan of the PS5 Pro price increase, so it's just, in my eyes, it's just like the time with the PS3. They got really too comfortable with how they raised how the prices of the PS5 or the PS3 was back in the day, and now they're going full circle after the year that they got humbled through the era of the Xbox 360. It's coming full circle again. So it really is kind of a major disappointment with Sony currently right now. So I'm not really, you know, concerned about buying the latest consoles now. So, yeah. Fuck this generation. It's so sad. It's so sad seeing the how expensive everything is. Just get that out of the way. Oh shit. Why you get that back up here. Okay. Now, so besides the whole PS5 Pro, the last time, it's kind of depressing to see this repeat itself like this. Or repeat history itself, or see history repeat itself like this. It is. So, I mean, when you think about it, Sony had a pretty good era with the PS2, and then after the PS3 had a major failure or a really bad time, when the PS4 came out, it's just like the PS2 era. The PS2 era was a pretty good time. I'll buy the latest controller if I need one, but I will never buy a whole damn console ever again. Oh yeah, no, me neither. I mean, unless if it's a Nintendo console, I actually don't care, because the only console that I'll ever buy is like maybe another Nintendo console, and hopefully the Switch or the next generation of the Switch is not going to be stupidly expensive, and have the expenses of the next generation of consoles. But knowing Nintendo, they might actually do that because they're trying to follow the trend of what the PS5 or what the Xbox and PlayStation are doing. Oops, I didn't want to do that. So, all right. So, last stream that I did this, Sergey, you weren't here for this, but last stream that I did, I talked a little bit about Acerthorn. Now, Acerthorn is a very special little snowflake that I covered. And I looked at his lawsuit that he did with Walmart and the state of Texas. So, and currently right now, Acerthorn is going through a lawsuit with multiple people in at once. So this is actually from Sid Alpha, who's actually still currently going under the whole lawsuit with Acerthorn. So Acerthorn lawsuit update. Acerthorn has lost the appeal in the Stebbins v. Polano case. All other lawsuits are still ongoing or pending appeal by Acerthorn. The lost appeal means Sophian P, Initiative Cookie, and TGP 482 are officially free and clear of the Acerthorn nightmare. The PS2 overinflated Sony's ego by the start of the 7th generation, and the PS3 suffered as a result. For $600, you got a system prone to hardware failures and full of pointless card readers. Yeah, I remembered the original PS3. I think my sister used to know somebody who had the original PS3, and when I saw that thing, like, it was a chonky boy. Like all of those card readers, like I didn't think were necessary. I think minus maybe the memory card that you had with the PSP, because at the time the PSP was around, and I love that handheld. I miss that handheld so much. I need to pull it out and actually get a new battery for it, because the battery is not doing so good. But yeah, and also with the prone of the hardware failures, yeah, it was a rough time for Sony. But at the same time, Xbox even had hardware failures too. But they were the ones. But they actually recovered from the hardware failures and the red ring of death. And Sony eventually did too with the yellow light of death. But still, yeah, it was Sony's biggest failure of a console, that they put too much into one thing, and then they got humbled during the PS3 era, and then kept it on with the PS4 era. But then once the PS4 started having major traction of sales compared to the Xbox One, yeah, it's the PS2 cycle all over again. The launch model had PS2 backwards compatibility, but that and the PSP memory card support were where that model's praises end. Yeah, because I think at the time the PSP was popular during the PS3 era, but it wasn't really as great as the DS. But the launch model had PS2 back, and I think that's what I really liked about the original PS3, was definitely the PS2 backwards compatibility. But I think that was also what really made the system overheat too much, if I'm not mistaken, was the backwards compatibility. But then they took it out with the slim model. which actually made me upset because I wanted to play PS2 games on the PS3. Damn it. But anywho, back to the whole Acerthorn stuff. So yeah, he lost the appeal to Sophie NP Initiative Cookie and TGP 482, which is super hilarious to think about, and also one of the best things to ever come up with Acerthorn. So, and these are currently the state of all of the lawsuits that he had gone through. So, Stebbins v. Ribolo, the type of the lawsuit is copyright. Enclave Emily, Echo Wilder, Alphabet, and then YouTube. The whole case got dismissed, and then it's under / pending reconsideration. And then the whole Sid Alpha and Acerthorn defamation case is still going on. I'm hoping the lawsuit goes really well for Sid Alpha, because I want to see Acerthorn lose the case big time, because I think this is one of the biggest lawsuits currently right now. I mean, minus the whole Google lawsuit. I think Sid Alpha's lawsuit case is probably got to be one of the biggest. The PS3 Slim fixed a lot of the initial model's problem, followed by relative pointless Super Slim, which I still have. I've seen the Super Slim. It looks stupid. Lol. Acerthorn went after Coptosis. Well, this was long before Kretosis had his whole little Spurg session over the Fallout show. But yeah, Kretosis made, I think it was a hour-long video talking about Acerthorn and showcasing his time with his interactions with him. And yeah, it was very funny to see when Kretosis announced his victory against Acerthorn. So that was a that was a fun one, but I still am hoping to see Sid Alpha win the lawsuit against Acerthorn, because that's all that I really care about right now. I mean, everybody else, yeah, it sucks. Sophie MP and Kretosis. I think Kretosis had another threat by Acerthorn to take down his hour-long video, but I think there's a re-upload of the hour-long video from Kree, if I'm not mistaken. So Stebbins v. Polano. So this is the original case that had Initiative Cookie, TGP, Alphabet, Discord, and Facebook. That got dismissed, and then Acerthorn tried to appeal the the lawsuit, and he failed because the dude cannot appeal fucking anything, because Acerthorn is just the biggest retard that you would ever meet. Like, the dude does not understand like how to handle a lawsuit, even if he could find his ass with two hands, which is probably gonna be a never. So Stebbins v. Google, or Acerthorn v. Google. So copyright and by Google. And this one was actually one of the greatest ones. So dismissed / appealed. Acerthorn declared vexatious litigant for all lawsuits, including copyright / YouTube. So, and then when he tried to do the whole copyright suit against Kretosis, denied due to Acerthorn vexlit status appeal in progress. The PS3 Super Slim had cooling issues, but it still was as functional as the PS3 Slim, just with an admittedly satisfying mechanical door. I don't know. I mean, I had never owned a Super Slim. I still have my original PS3 Slim, and then the PS3 that my that my friend gave me because he never touched the thing. He was more or less an Xbox guy, so that was a um that was a fun one. But or that was a great time because my original PS3 could not play Uncharted 3 at the time. So when for fuck's sakes, you're spitting all over my monitor, man. It's gross. You're making you're making you're making it rain on my desk. Oh, God damn it. Anywho, so Acerthorn versus Joshua Moon. So I believe Joshua Moon is the owner of Kiwi Farms. And that lawsuit is still in progress. I hope the whole Kiwi Farms lawsuit is going to be over because Kiwi Farms has the right to post this content because it's a discussion forum and people are fucking shitting on him and criticizing Acerthorn for what the dude's doing. Like I hope Moon wins the lawsuit. CMDR Imperial Salt. I really don't know who that is, but from what I understand, they have a settlement in progress. Which I don't know why you want to settle to Acerthorn. Like that's just there's something about mechanical disc trays that's rather satisfying. Okay, that's fair. That's fair, man. Like I don't know why you want to have a settlement with Acerthorn, because that means you're making him win something, dude. Cancel the settlements. And then Acerthorn, against Garcia Baz, copyright, label, DMCA, misrepresentation. I didn't see this part here. So Templar Dragon Knights, and that lawsuit is in progress. Imagine Acerthorn going after Markiplier or Jacksepticeye. Those two dudes are gonna win. Because what does Acerthorn have that like what kind of thing is Acerthorn gonna do against Jacksepticeye and Markiplier? Like it would be the funniest end to a lawsuit. Cause like I said, Acerthorn is the biggest retard on the internet. I mean, for fuck's sakes, the dude can't get a job at Walmart to save his life, and tried to sue Walmart for $500 billion. I bet you, like, what kind of, I mean, if this whole YouTube thing for Acerthorn is not going to work out for him anymore, what is he going to do for a job? He's probably going to sit in the corner begging people for change, and he's only going to get nothing but pennies. It'd be game over almost instantly. It would most definitely be, Sergey. It would more or less be game over for Acerthorn. Because there's nothing really going to... Because again, what is the dude going to do? Like, how is he going to win that lawsuit against Mark and Jack? Absolutely fucking nothing. Like, if they were going to show his accidental live stream, which is fair use, no matter how many people, no matter if Acerthorn says, oh, but it's under a copyright. Doesn't matter, dude. People have the right to criticize it. That's the whole point of fair use. Stupid. Like, he doesn't understand that concept at all. So yeah, that's really what's funny about... Oh, oops. God damn it. Blake, the mouse came out. So that's really one of the main highlights right there. But I think there's now the whole file of Acerthorn's. I don't think anything will work for Acerthorn. He quite literally can't take care of himself. No, I've seen images of his room. It's like he actually makes homeless people put like look a lot better. Like his room looks like a proper shit shack, all covered in mold. He doesn't like trash everywhere. Like I don't like you've seen images of his room, haven't you? Like it looks like a fucking fuck, I can't even think of a good thing to say right there. But it's a like I said, it's a whole shit shack. Damn it, Reagan. He'd be taking care of it if you hadn't shut down all the mental hospitals. All right. So, I actually have the Sophie NP and Facebook lawsuit publication, or the whole PDF right here for the whole lawsuit between Acerthorn and Sophie NP and Facebook. I want to take a look. I kind of want to take a look at this because I did skim through it last night when I found out about Sid Alpha talking about giving the update about the Acerthorn lawsuit and showing that Initiative Cookie and Sophie NP and TGP were free from Acertard. So this one's going to be pretty interesting. Submitted in August 20th of this year. Acerthorn appeals pro se from the district court's judgment dismissing his action alleging copyright infringement and related claims. We have jurisdiction under 28 USC 1291. We review de novo the district court's dismissal for failure to state a claim under that law and the whole lawsuit there. I ain't a lawyer, so I probably just will skip the whole part there. It's just interesting to take a look at. We may affirm on any ground, blah, 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 we affirm. So, the district court properly dismissed Stebbins' copyright infringement claim because Stebbins failed to allege facts sufficient to show that he was the owner of a valid copyright in the accidental live stream. Like, how the fuck does this retard not understand? Like, if you're going to do a lawsuit like this, you need to bring in fucking evidence. Or bring in, like, validation that you own said lawsuit. Or said copyright. Like, I swear, this dude melts my brain so fucking much. Like, it really hurts. But I digress. Where exactly did Acerthorn learn that it's okay to sue people he doesn't like? I mean, he probably never learned that whole lawsuit, the whole purpose. But then again, anybody in America will sue anybody for anything. Like, and I think it was even an analogy that I brought up on the last stream. Oh, you spilled hot water on my lap? Well, be prepared to be sued for $1 million. I'll see you in court. Like, it's really just Acerthorn being a fucking snowflake. Like, he just doesn't, like, his fifis will get hurt if everybody makes fun of him or criticizes him for anything. So he'll brain, wake up. You know how to word things. Apparently not, because everything is just word salad at this point. But Acerthorn will just do anything to try to shut people up, and just scare you into doing a lawsuit, because that's how he knows he'll win. Not even Mythical threatened legal action against Netherless and Co. No, I mean, I don't think, like, I'm just saying this. I don't think Mythical will ever know how to properly put up a lawsuit against Nier and anybody else like that. Because let's just be for real, Mythical is he's just a fucking kid. Like, what, he's 19 or something, or in his early 20s. But still, I don't think he would have the the know-it-all or really have the money per se to sue anyone just to scare them to shut them up. The district court properly dismissed Acerthorn's intentional infliction of emotional distress claim. Oh, oops. I don't even know what key I pressed, but it just flashed in front of me. So, intentional infliction of emotional distress claim because Stebbins failed to allege facts sufficient to show that Stebbins suffered severe or extreme emotional distress? What emotional distress did this retard actually go through with this whole lawsuit? Close to 20, I believe. Either way, you're right. Him and Road Breach got a lot of growing up to do. Talk about a serious case of Peter Pan syndrome. Yeah, I mean, it really is that whole case right there. Mythical has a lot of growing up to do. Road Breach, Sergey, I don't know if you know Road Breach's age or not, but isn't he like in his mid-20s or something? Because if Road Breach has way more growing up to do, and if this dude's in his mid-20s, then he's going to need to properly leave the internet and just go properly touch grass instead of just like poking a finger at it. He needs to put his hand in the blade of grass and in the dirt to get the proper feel of it. But yeah, like Mythical, he's got like, this dude's just a kid. He has insane a lot of growing up to do, or he's got major growing up to do, because if he thinks that he's going to be like that in the real world, yeah, I wonder how, like, I'm 27, he's like 25 or 26. Damn. Yeah, this dude, yeah, he's in his mid-20s, just like almost knocking on 30, and just taking everything out of, yeah, oh my god. It's just so sad with Road Breach. Like, the dude's in his mid-20s and he's acting like he's in fucking high school, or he's acting like he's 10 years old. I'm saying it now, I'm old. Sarky, I can one-up you. I'm 30. I'm 30, and I'm turning 31 this year. Knocking on that door. Stuff from my childhood hit the quarter century mark. Yep. I feel ya. I felt ya there. I felt you there, my guy. Some dude just burped up, and I heard it out my window. Sorry, that was a ADHD moment. Dismissal of Stebbins' claim under that law, or that part, was proper because Stebbins failed to allege facts sufficient to show that defendants had actual knowledge of any misrepresentation. Beyblade turned 25, and SpongeBob is turning 25 by the end of the year. Jesus. I'm like 5 years old, and I'm like 5 years older than both of those shows combined. Fuck, man. If I want to, like, I'll say this too. I'm old. God damn. It's the same thing with a lot of cartoons that I remembered growing up. Some of them are like 20 plus years old. Fuck, man. Just thinking that. I wonder why I have some gray coming in. I miss my old Dragoon Bay. Fuck, I really cannot. I swear I'm not dyslexic or have ADHD, I promise. We reject as unsupported by record Stebbins' contention that the district court failed to construe his pleadings liberally. Man. The district court did not abuse its discretion by denying Stebbins' motion for default judgment against the individual defenses. So he wants, like, come on, Acer, like, dude, you're not gonna win just by trying to win by default. Like that's not how it's gonna work. Like if you're not gonna show any proper evidence to a court or anything of the such, you're not gonna win fucking anything. The district court did not abuse its discretion by granting Alphabet Inc. and YouTube LLC's motion to intervene because movements demonstrated that there was a common question of law and fact between their defense and this action, and the district court determined that the intervention would not cause undue delay or prejudice. So that's actually like it's amazing that YouTube even intervened, with Acerthorn's lawsuit. I mean, at that point I think they would probably have to in that point with Acerthorn. Let's see. We reject as without merit Stebbins' contention that the district court abused its discretion by considering Stebbins' litigation conduct and ruling on the motion to intervene. My cousin gave me that as a birthday gift in 2004 for my 5th birthday. Nice. History repeated itself on my 27th birthday when he gave me a new Bay for Beyblade X Sword Dren. Okay. I mean, I haven't touched Beyblades since I was a kid either. I think I was like 9, 10. I can't remember. I can't remember the last time that I've ever had a Beyblade. I can't even remember what it was, because that was how long ago it was when I actually had my own Beyblades. But I remembered how cool they were back in the day, and actually owning one, but also even Game Boys, GBAs as well. The district court did not abuse its discretion by denying leave to amend because further amendment would be futile, and explaining that dismissal without leave to amend is proper when amendment would be futile. Fuck. Like, okay. The district court did not abuse its discretion by denying Stebbins' motion for leave to file a motion for reconsideration or to vacate the judgment because Stebbins failed to establish grounds for relief. Like, this is really why Acerthorn is the biggest goober on the internet. So Beyblade X has got an adult audience who attend tournaments, and it's much more skill based than previous generations. Interesting. Interesting. All right. But I like to call it Metal Fight Beyblade on crack. I probably would say the same thing too. So yeah, like I really just have to ask, how lazy is Acerthorn? I mean, he can't clean his fucking room to save his life, but at the same time, or even play video games to the fullest. I mean, look at his Elden Ring video. The dude cannot even play Elden Ring because the Dark Souls community. He's just this dude is just, he's just so stupid. Like he cannot even establish grounds to relieve for another lawsuit. Just give some battles, and you'll see what I mean. Okay. Oh, just give some battles to watch, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. Probably later on when the stream's over, I'll take a look at that. We reject as unsupported by the record Stebbins' contention that the district court improperly constructed his motion for leave to file a motion for reconsideration as a motion for reconsideration. Damn. That's a lot. The district court did not abuse its discretion by denying Stebbins' motion to reuse District Judge White because Stebbins failed to establish any basis for reusal. Man. We reject as unsupported by the record Stebbins' contention that the district judge was biased against him. The judge was biased against him. Okay, Acerthorn. Like, Okay. Unlike Acer, I can enjoy activities to the fullest. I have uh, enough will to feed, water, and clean myself. I mean, I do too, man. I have, I mean, I at least can enjoy life and everything else to the fullest. Unlike Acerthorn, like I don't live in a shit shack that's like in the butt fuck of nowhere, or look like a crack house in the middle of a Tijuana desert or anything of the such. Oh man. The district court did not abuse the discretion. Oh yeah, I was looking. It's okay. That was where I started at. So the district court did not abuse its discretion by denying Stebbins' motion for sanctions because Stebbins failed to establish grounds for sanctions. Jesus. We do not consider arguments and allegations raised for the first time on appeal. Stebbins' motion to file supplement brief is denied. It has been denied. So Acerthorn lost another lawsuit. It's basic human needs, and Acerthorn just doesn't get it. All he knows is rotting away in his nuclear waste house in the middle of bumblefuck Timbuktu. That's actually a good one. I should have thought about saying that. Oh, that's a good one. So yeah, that was a trip and a half with Acerthorn. So hopefully all of the other the current lawsuits right now, more or less the defamation case with Sid Alpha goes on, and if Sid Alpha is going to try to sue Acerthorn, I hope Sid Alpha actually does try to sue Acerthorn, because Acerthorn needs a good old slice of humble pie right there, and not just feed it in his fat gullet. I mean, just shove it in his face. Like I just think that Acerthorn really needs to just be humbled throughout this whole situation that's been going on with the dude. So yeah, that is really all that I really wanted to talk about. I don't think I have anything else that I wanted to discuss from. I hope he follows through with the countersuit. It'll give Acer the rudest awakening. It most likely will, because I think Acerthorn just needs a good old kick in the ass to just know that if you're going to start suing everybody out just for all willy-nilly, expect a countersuit. And I hope Sid Alpha actually does do it. But it's probably going to be as long as the whole Acerthorn suing everybody whole case has been. Because the whole lawsuit started in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. By this point, he's had plenty of warnings. He has. I mean, right now, Acerthorn is labeled as a vexatious litigant throughout the district court. So any lawsuit that he tries to do, he's going to have his claims or his lawsuits denied. Let's take a look at Sid Alpha really quickly. So, because I don't remember, because I think it was. Oh, here we go, Sid Alpha. So let's take a look at the lawsuits, or when Acerthorn when Sid Alpha talked about Acerthorn and the lawsuit. Jesus fuck. I swear to God, I need to cut my own tongue out and then just fix it, because I can't talk to save my life. Oh, it was in 2022. It was 2022 when Sid Alpha first originally talked about Acerthorn, and then when Acerthorn threatened to sue him, God, what is with YouTube right now and not having the okay, so we can see there's the little bit of the lawsuit right there. I mean, I could always just go around and find it with the on Kiwi Farms, but honestly, I think that's really going to be all that I want to talk about for this stream. So yeah, because I do have some stuff that I have to do today. I work a little bit later, so I kind of want to get some food action down into my own fat ass. And then just do some stuff behind some stuff later on. So yeah, that is gonna be it. That is gonna be the end of the stream. I am definitely gonna be keeping this up because, you know, it's Acerthorn. Anything Acerthorn and the PS5 obviously is gonna stay up. So thank you, Sergey, for joining the stream. I really did enjoy chatting with you. And to anybody who's watching the VOD later. The VOD? Fuck! What is wrong with me today? Who is watching the VOD, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is in the world for you. And I will see you all next time with either a new stream or a new video. Have a great day. Acerthorn can suck it. It was fun. and I had a great time too, especially just looking at the whole lawsuit and laughing at Acerthorn. So have a great day. And again, have a great day, night, afternoon, whatever time it is in the world, and I'll see you all later. See ya.